So, over the last few months, we've been riding the Lectric XPress 750. And yeah, we passed around 750 miles on it. Kind of poetic, right? Like the bike dared us to hit that number. Same number as the name. But more importantly, that's enough time and distance to get a feel for the bike, beyond the first impressions and shiny specs. We've got to know how it actually rides day to day. The smooth parts, the quirks, the surprises both good and not so good. And now, we've got a lot to share. Let's start with how it rides. The ride feel on the XPress 750? Honestly, it's better than we expected from a sub $1,500 commuter. Right from the first pedal stroke, it gives off a certain snap. That bit of torque when you push down, which makes you feel like you've got some extra legs in there. This thing uses Lectric's new M24 motor, and paired with their in-house torque sensor tech, called PWR+, it just makes the bike feel more responsive. When we pedaled harder, it gave us more. When we just cruised, it didn't overdo it. That balance is hard to find in budget bikes, especially ones trying to hit Class 3 speeds. We ran it through downtown commutes, out on some suburban paths, and even pushed it up a few steep climbs just to see how much it could handle. Honestly, the climbs were a breeze. That 85 Nm torque number isn't just for the spec sheet. It actually gets the job done. It doesn't lag or whine, it just moves. As for comfort, it's not luxury plush, but it's set up smartly. The slightly forward geometry makes it easy to stay active while still being relaxed. The front suspension fork is a nice touch too. It's not built for serious off-roading, but it smooths out the usual city bumps and cracks without any trouble. And with the 27.5 by 2.1 inch tires, you get a stable, grounded feel, whether it's slick pavement or a rougher shoulder. Even at higher speeds, the bike doesn't wobble or get nervous. It stays planted, and that gives you confidence when weaving through traffic or cruising on open paths. Now let's talk about the battery. It's a 48 volt, 14 amp hour pack. That's 672 watt hours to play with. On paper, Lectric claims up to 60 miles of range. But here's what we got during these days. In Pass 5, full power, we clocked just over 28 miles. That's riding pretty aggressively. On Pass 2, which felt more like a practical eco mode, we pushed it to about 52 miles. So yeah, not quite the full 60, but still very close. And honestly, better than we expected, considering how punchy the motor is. A big part of that efficiency comes down to the torque sensor. Unlike simple cadence sensors, this one adjusts power based on how hard you're pedaling, not just whether the pedals are turning. So when we were just cruising, it didn't dump unnecessary power. It saved juice for when we actually needed it, like hill climbs or quick overtakes. So, yeah, in terms of real-world range, we'd say it holds up. Especially if you're not always riding at max speed. Commutes, errands, casual rides. It fits that kind of lifestyle really well. After 750 miles, you start noticing how things wear in, or wear out. And for the most part, the XPress 750 held its ground. The frame is solid, no doubt. Nothing rattled loose, no weird creaks or flecks. The finish held up pretty well too. We didn't baby this thing. The paint's still looking clean, and all the joints feel tight. So yeah, we are impressed with the build so far. The grips and saddle are basic, but comfortable. We didn't feel any need to swap them out. The quick release pedals are a smart touch, especially if you're moving it around or storing it in tight spaces. Now, the hydraulic brakes, they're unbranded, which usually sets off a bit of hesitation. But in our tests, they actually performed fine. Average stopping distance came in at 22 feet, and some change, which is about standard for e-bikes in this class. The levers have decent modulation, and we never felt like we needed more bite unless we were really bombing downhill. We found an odd thing, not gonna lie. The rear brake caliper mount leaves a bit of pad hanging off the rotor. It didn't affect the stopping power, but it's one of those small design quirks that could have been tighter. Still, no safety issues or performance hits, just something we noticed during checks. Well, maintenance was not much of a headache. That was a bit of a surprise. We had a couple of loose spokes early on, probably from shipping, but nothing major. A quick tune-up sorted that out. The drivetrain, a basic Shimano Tourney 7-speed, stayed in good shape. We cleaned it a few times and adjusted the derailleur once. That's it. For a budget commuter doing 750 miles, that's not bad at all. No flat tires, no controller hiccups, no ghost codes on the screen. The bike just worked. Which, in this price range, is a big deal. A lot of budget e-bikes feel great in week 1, but start falling apart by week 3. This one stayed consistent. Now here's where the XPress 750 punches way above its weight. Value. For just $1,300, you're getting hydraulic brakes, a torque sensor, a legit 750 watt motor, a color display, and 27.5-inch tires. Most bikes in this class still cut corners, either with mechanical brakes, no suspension, or weak motors. Even bikes like the Aventon Solterra, Point 2, or Rad Mission, while solid in their own right, don't really match the total package Lectric is offering here. Not when it comes to speed, comfort, and ride feel. It even beats out some of the mid-tier models if we're just talking pure usability. And with that UL certification, for both battery and electronics, it adds a layer of peace of mind that we don't always get at this price. So, who's this bike actually for? It's definitely built for commuters. That's where it shines the most. If you've got 10 to 20 miles of city riding a day, mixed lights, a few hills, maybe a shortcut through a park trail, this bike handles all of that with ease. But we also think weekend riders will enjoy it too. If you're looking for something zippy and fun, with a bit more punch than your typical cruiser, it delivers. It's approachable, but not boring. You can ride it mellow, or you can push it, and it adapts to both. It's probably not ideal for off-roading or gravel adventuring, but it'll happily tackle paved paths, light trails, and urban back roads. So after 750 miles on the Lectric XPress 750, the verdict's pretty clear. We like this bike. We've got to say, it's held up better than we expected. At this price point, we figured there'd be some compromises, but honestly, it kept showing up. Every ride, it just worked. If you're wondering just how much we liked it, well, let's put it this way. We'd buy it again. No hesitation. So you might be thinking, is it perfect? Nah, not perfect. There's no rear rack or fenders included, and we wish the taillight doubled as a brake light. And none of them ever made us enjoy the ride any less. But when you look at what you get for the money, this bike's hard to beat. It's fast, efficient, easy to live with, and just fun. That might sound simple, but it's rare. Most bikes in this range either feel too entry-level or try too hard to be everything at once. The XPress 750 stays in its lane, a great commuter, and nails it. So if you're on the fence, thinking whether this is the one for your daily rides or weekend fun, it just might be. And if you're already thinking about upgrading your commute or replacing a worn-out e-bike, the XPress 750 deserves a look. That's our full take after 750 miles. If you've got any questions about it, or you're comparing it with something else, feel free to drop your thoughts. We're always happy to chat bikes. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more bike news and reviews. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next ride.